Hello, Digitested, and welcome to the King's Court. Okay, well, first off, if this is your first time here on the channel, hey, thanks for clicking on the video. And if you're a returning viewer, hi, how you doing? Okay, yesterday I uploaded a video which was supposed to be a locals report of going over all my matches because I got first place at our locals' most recent sanctioned Bandai TCG tournament. And I went over all my games and all that, and the video did really well. It got like 100 plus views over like in less than 24 hours. If you've seen that video, thank you so much. But if you haven't, I'll leave a link to it in the description. But anyways, I got a lot of comments in the video asking for a deck profile. And here's the thing: originally, what I was gonna do, I had like me and Jalen or Michael, we had the videos that we want to upload planned out like for the week, and because usually we talk about that on the weekend, sort of because we usually take the weekends to think about what we're going to upload. Like usually we don't upload Sundays, that sort of thing, and so that was the plan. I was gonna actually do the locals report first because the tournament was on Monday. So as we're recording this video, it's Wednesday. So I did the video yesterday, and I was gonna actually upload the deck later in the week, most likely either Friday or Saturday, depending on some other videos I'm working on, how long they take. But I was going to do that, but a lot of people really, really wanted the deck profile, and I'm going to be honest, looking back, I can see why the title of the video kind of gave away, that made it look like it was a deck profile instead, and it is true, yeah, I left the deck there because I was going to upload the deck later on, but you know what, I'm like, I got to get the people what they want, so I'm going to go over the deck right now. And I got some other videos planned out for the week, so if you want to see any of those, me and Children and Michael have an idea for a new video we want to do. If you want to see, because, what's it called? We want to talk about, like, we want to do, like, our first top 5 video we got planned out. So if you want to see that, because it's going to be Digimon themed, because we have a great idea what we want to do it on. And we got some other ones planned later, other videos planned out this week. So if you want to see any of those, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell for more videos. And let me know in the comments, basically, what's your favorite Digimon evolution line? Because that's like pretty much the hint, because I want to do something like that because we saw a video recently and a bunch of people and some posts on Twitter, people going over their favorite Digimon, favorite Digivolution line, and I was like, okay, this is something me and Chandler and Michael want to do a whole video on. So if you want to see that, it'll either come out this week. If it doesn't come out this week, it'll definitely be out next week. So if you want to see that, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and all that good stuff. And that's pretty much everything. Again, if you saw that video and you were hoping for a deck profile, so 1,000 pardons, that won't happen again. From now on, I think what we'll do, I'll do a deck profile first when we top, and then I'll do a locals report after to go the next video after to go over all the matches and go over all the texts and stuff like that. So that will from now on be how we do things. And that's everything. So let's get to the deck. Alright. First things first, always gotta start off with Tamers. I'm still running 4 BT5 Koromon. Now, I've said before that this is probably the best Koromon in the game. Let's be real, that's been replaced. The new BT, was it 12? Well, the new red Koromon that every deck plays right now is definitely replaced this as the new most used Koromon. And you know what? I 100% understand. I use that one in Red Hybrid. I use it in Shine Greymon. So obviously that's the much superior one. But for this deck, it actually works a lot better because this WarGreymon Tribal / BlackWargreymon, they want to attack, and that's how you get. And honestly, that's how you want to get all your draws because you got your raid, you got your being able to attack unsuspended, and you got your piercing, so you want to attack all the time. So that's why this Koromon works a lot better for this deck specifically. But another thing to go over, I was also playtesting the 1,000 plus Koromon. You know, the Koromon that gives your Digimon an extra 1,000 DP. That's because right now, we're in a format right now in the Digimon TCG that's very heavily reliant on DP. On having hitting the high DP numbers, and that's because Magnamon X, oh boy, that deck is a very big contender right now. Obviously, the most used deck right now is obviously, you know, Poopmon. I'm kidding, but it's the most. That's the most used deck right now, and that deck focuses on swarming. But let's be real, the other deck right now is still Magnamon, and there's also, if you've gone against it, Tyrann can be annoying to deal with. So having high DP is very necessary, and I was playing that Koromon, but I really miss those draws. Let's be real, red just in general doesn't have a lot of draw power, so we got to take any kind of draw power that we can get. Dang it, one of my voice cracked there. So yeah, four Koromon, easy. On to the rookies. Now, the rookies actually haven't changed much from my last last time I uploaded this deck. I'm still playing 2 BT14 Agumon. Really quick, by the way, this has got to be my favorite artwork, I think, of any card in the game. Let me know in the comments what card has your favorite artwork. I think this one's mine, to be perfectly honest with you. So, obviously this one. Now, this card is very important, and like I just said, DP is very important right now. But the problem is, anyone who's played this deck knows there is times you open up either more than one of this card, or you don't draw into it, or you don't have your opening hand, and then as soon as you start digivolving your Digimon or start drawing, then you draw into it as soon as you already got a Digimon set in your raising area. So I got really sick of that happening, so I just cut it down to 2. And honestly, I have not looked back. I have never needed more than 2, honestly. And that's why I made room for 2 BT5 Agumon. Now, you could obviously play the red and yellow Agumon from WarGreymon if you want to look at least 4 cards instead of 3. But the reason I play this is because I'm still playing the Omnimon package in this deck, so it allows me to be able to draw a Greymon and an Omnimon if I see it, which is a good possibility. That Blitz Omni or Omnimon X, you do not want to say no to that card if you reveal it. So, obviously, 2 of those Agumon. 4 of the best Agumon in the game. 4 BT12 Agumon. No ifs, ands, or buts. You got to play 4 of those without no question. And in the same realm, 4 Agumon X. Would not cut either of these down from 4 each. Honestly, I think this is probably my favorite lineup, honestly, I've played in a while. So I would not change any of this, personally. That's 12 rookies altogether. Alright, next, time for the champs. Alright, like I said, we're in a very deep, we're in a format right now where we gotta deal with Magnamon, we gotta deal with Tyrann. So we need DP. So I'm running actually 4 BT5 Greymon. Now this is pretty much to be able to guarantee that I'm going to have the most DP when attacking over my opponent's Digimon as physically possible. You got this, you got your Agumons to be able to power up as well, you got your Ties, you also got your Yuya as well. Hint, hint, I'll go over that a bit. So, being able to easily climb up your BlackWargreymon or your WarGreymon into high power is very easy, honestly. In one of the games I played, I easily got BlackWargreymon X to 20k. And honestly, this card is one of the reasons why I would not cut this card. Plus, the whole gain of memory back can really, really play a big factor, because sometimes you need that one memory just to be able to, and it can make or break your board. Like, you have one memory left, so you just, plop down your memory center or something, like your 4-drop tie or your Yuya. So, would not cut this. Actually, I'll leave it right there. I'm running 2 BT12 Greymon. This card's actually really good if you know you're going to be setting it up into BlackWargreymon X, because you want this one in your BT12 Agumon in the source for BlackWargreymon X, because both these Digimon give your Digimon 1,000 plus DP each during either's turn, and you want your BlackWargreymon X to have as much DP during your opponent's turn as possible. That way you can maximize your redirect and the block if you have your tie set up. So, 2 of those. And this part goes without saying, let's be real, you've seen one of these decks, everyone knows this one. 3 red Greymon X, and one virus. Someday, hopefully. And that's it for all the champs. That's about 10 altogether. Alrighty. Time for the ultimates. Now, I actually did change mine up from the last time. I'm running 2 Raid BT12 Metal Greymon. Now, a lot of this is because, one, right now, Numemon is, the most used deck, so we all know this. So, the fact that it has low DP, this Digimon is it's an easy free raid over it, and you get to play one of your ties or your Yu-Gi-Oh for free, so that's why I wouldn't cut it, because what you can do is, that deck does nothing but float, so you can attack over it, with using raid, get to play your Tamer, Digivolve into Metal Greymon X for free, since if you have your ties set up, basically. And then you can go into like your BlackWargreymon, or you even play Hades Force if you want to clear their field. So there are a lot of reasons to play this. Also, against Tyrant Kabuterimon, this card's very useful against the whole how that deck wants to be suspended during your turn. So if you can get enough DP to attack over it, you'll get piercing as well. So I played 2 because I was playing 3, but I really miss having 1, and I'm still playing 1 BT8 Metal Greymon. Not a lot of people are playing this as much as they used to, and I understand it's an expensive card, but at 1 at least, it's worth it for that 4 memory, because 1, there are still big decks right now to Digivolve. Like, if your opponent doesn't have that invulnerability on Magnamon X, Digivolve it. There you go. And then you could start setting up your Digimon on top of it, and then swing BlackWargreymon X while you're swinging, and then just easily just start clearing stuff. You can also use it to, if you already got a bunch of memory and you set up in time, you can just have your BlackWargreymon, your BlackWargreymon X attack unsuspended Digimon. Because remember, the inheritable of Metal Greymon, it lets Dragonkin attack unsuspended Digimon, and that does come in handy, especially against Magnamon. So that's why I like playing at least 1. I'm also still rocking the 1 Alterius. Really good if you don't see your Greymon X, which does happen. And right now, the vaccine deck is like everywhere right now, and Leomon also DP reduces, and Numemon is going crazy right now playing Valkyriemon. So 3 Metal Greymon X. One of the few Digimon in the game that gives you invulnerability for 1 turn from DP reduction. So gotta have this card. So, well, not change that. 7 ultimates right there. And time for the big ones. I'm going a little bit out of order in this one. That's just because this is the most important card in the deck. 3 BlackWargreymon X. Come on, you gotta play 3. This card literally is what you want to set your field up. You got your redirect ability, which is very useful against a lot of decks, and you can make him a blocker. Not only that, the fact that you can destroy your opponent's Digimon at the beginning of their turn, as long as you got the X antibody or BlackWargreymon, the original one under it, is this amazing. Plus, that combo works really well with Metal Greymon X. The fact that you can reboot, destroy an opponent's Digimon, and then trash the top of their security. I've done that so many times. It's really devastating if you have more than 1 BlackWargreymon X set up with that, or if you have Guilemon or rebooted WarGreymon Raid, and you have like 1 each under, just trash 2 security. It's great, honestly. So, BlackWargreymon X, most important card in the deck. These next ones are a little bit kind of like tech choices, kind of. I tried playing without them. I really did, but it just felt so weird because some of them just really do come up. I'm still rocking 1 BlackWargreymon. Sadly, right now, BlackWargreymon, the original, doesn't come up as much as it used to, but when it needs to come up, it does come up. 1, against hybrid decks, just delete their Tamers. There you go. They can't do much. Also against Shine Greymon as well. And the fact that this card also does really well against the Bunny deck. The fact that they're so low, usually really low level, as well as Numemon. Just play it, delete their Digimon, and then if you already swung with Metal Greymon or Metal Grey X, at least, just play this on top, delete them, and then you can restand. So you can unsuspend your BlackWargreymon. So there are tons of times where this card has been necessary, and I wouldn't cut it from 1, honestly. Speaking of which, Guilemon. People still sleep on Guilemon. Guilemon is like one of my favorite cards to use to be really offensive. 1, it gets 2 security attacks. And plus, if you have the Metal Greymon, the BT8 Metal Greymon under it, just de-digivolve one of their Digimon, go into Metal Grey X, put down Gaiomon, even if he has Blitz, and he could de-digivolve one of your opponent's Digimon and just attack over it. There you go. So I wouldn't cut out Gaiomon. He actually got me 2 wins. Plus, he's really good if your opponent's down to like 1 security and you have Omnimon X. Tons of times I've stolen games where I just play Gaiomon on top of like Metal Greymon or Metal Grey X, swing, and thanks to the X antibody, because of the Blitz, just go into Omnimon X and steal game right there. So I wouldn't cut Gaiomon personally. But again, this next one, you could probably just change that up. I'm still rocking the 1 Raid WarGreymon. This card is really good for being more offense heavy, because BlackWargreymon and WarGreymon both work very differently. If you've played both versions, which I have, WarGreymon, the original, the red WarGreymon build, I guess you could call it, likes to focus on really, really high, getting up there in your face, hitting as hard as possible. BlackWargreymon can also hit hard, but it's a little more defensive, footsie style. Is the best way I could put it. To put it in perfect terminology, if you play fighting games, if you play like Street Fighter, WarGreymon is like Ken, and BlackWargreymon like Ryu. Best way I could put it. I actually made a whole video, which, shoot, I'm about to redo that video a long time ago, going over the difference between the two, because there are still people who don't really understand that their two are very different. They even have their own Digi-Evolution lines too, so I might have to redo that video. If you want to see me redo that video, let me know in the comments. And yeah, so that's why Raid WarGreymon is very good for dealing with Magnamon, dealing with Tyrant Kabuteria, because it's a huge, stupid amount of DP that thing can get to. It's also really good against Devas, because Devas can be really annoying. So this card is really good at dealing with that deck as well. And so that's why this is like the lineup I like to use the most, because BlackWargreymon X is the one you want to set up all the time, specifically. And so that way you have these other ones to be more offensive, or a little more cheeky with deleting your opponent's Tamers with BlackWargreymon. And that's really good against a lot of decks, because there are still a lot of decks in this game that are very heavily Tamer reliant. And that's why I still like to take in the 1 BlackWargreymon specifically. And that's pretty much all. That's all the Digimon. Now time for... Oh, wait. Oh, my goodness. I almost forgot. Also, still running the Omnimon package. Omnimon Blitz, Omnimon X. Would not cut these two. Dang it. I don't know what was up with that. Would not cut these two, honestly. Blitz still lets you steal games. And Omnimon X, they both let you steal games, really. So, wouldn't cut either. On to the Tamers. 3 Tai Kamiya. Thanks to the Raid Metal Greymon, it's a lot easier to turbo these out, and that's also why I cut the other. I used to play what's right here, the EX1 Greymon. You could still play this if you want. That's the best thing about this deck. It's really, you can alternate to how you like to play, and if you want to play more of those Greymon to turbo out your ties from your hand, you can. And it's actually a really good option as well. And so 3 Tai Kamiya would not cut it. And for the 1-ups, I'm still running 1 of the 4 drop Tai Kamiya, the memory setter that lets you boost your Digimon by 2k if an attack target is switched. This card is really mean against Tyrant Kabuteria, because that's all they do. They're like, okay, change it to this attack. Alright, Tai Kamiya activate. Half the time, they don't even know that's how it works. And the Yuya, because dealing with option cards right now is freaking annoying. And that's all the Tamers. Now, time for the options. 3 X Antibody, would not cut that. I tried playing it too, it does not work. I also have experimented with the other X Antibody card, and it's good, but you want to, in this deck, you want to attack. Like, you really want your attacks to go. Like, you want to attack and then Digivolve as you're attacking. So that's what, but you can play that if you want. This is just a preference I have personally. 2 Hades Force, would not cut it. Well, I have tried it at 1, because I did want to make room for a Crimson Blaze to deal with Numamon, but there are times where I'd rather just play Hades Force to deal with my opponent's bigger, more annoying Digimon, like I said, like Tyrant Kabuteria or stuff like that. So that's why I wouldn't really cut it from 2, just because that deck can be really annoying to deal with. Because green is this deck's worst nightmare, because you suspend the deck, and I can't do much. I can still redirect with Black Gray X, but no blocking or anything. It's honestly annoying. 2 offense training, and I'm still rocking 1 red memory. You could honestly cut that and play 3 offense training if you want. I like having the 1 memory because that extra 2 memory. Offense training is good because it lets you reduce the cost of Digivolve, but sometimes having 2 memory specifically can be really useful, especially like you're down to like 1 memory left and you're trying to memory choke your opponent. You can just like use your red memory, get 2 more, you're at 3, and then hard play your Tai or your Yuya, and now your opponent's down to 1 memory. I've actually done that before. It's really funny. And that's the entire deck right there. Like I said, this deck is like gone through a lot of changes. This is like probably the build I'm enjoying the most right now. And a few other cards you could play if you want to change up the Greymon lineup. You could play, like I said, the EX1 Greymon. But if you want to be also more offensive, you could play the structured deck Greymon still as well. Those are like 2 ideas right there. And another one you could do, you could try replacing your Metal Greymon lineups. You could play 3 Raid Greymon and not play the BT8 one, to be perfectly honest. But I like having, again, it's the preference thing for me personally. And that's basically everything I wanted to go over. Like I said, I got first place, and I'll leave a link in the description to the locals report. Again, so sorry if you saw that video and you're hoping for a deck profile from that video. 1,000 pardons, won't happen again, I promise. And that's pretty much everything. That's it for this. Got some more videos planned out, so let us know in the comments. If you let me know, what your favorite Digimon artwork in the entire game is. Like I said, mine has to go to the BT16 Agumon. I think I might want to make that like this is like a video I think I got, or like the best artworks in Digimon. I might want to do that. And let us know also, basically, what do you think of this format? And also, do you think we need a ban list? Because there's a lot of discussion going around about that, especially with EX6 coming out in a couple of weeks. So let us know, what do you think should get hit? And we'll probably get to working on that video soon as well. And that's pretty much everything. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Take care. Bye.